Allah tells us in the Quran also in Surah Al-Mu'minun, when the people have been gathered on the Day of Judgment, the good and the bad and everything in between, Allah gathers them and He says to them, Allah will speak to the people before the judgment begins. And He will say to everybody, قَالَ كَمْ لَبِثْتُمْ فِي الْأَرْضِ عَدَدَ سِنِينَ. Then Allah will ask them, for how many years did you stay on earth? قَالُوا لَبِثْنَا يَوْمًا أَوْ بَعْضَ يَوْمٍ فَاسْأَلِ الْعَادِّينَ. They will say, we stayed for a day, or part of a day, man, part of a day. Ask of those who keep count of this, meaning ask the angels. They used to write the records, because on that day everybody sees, everybody knows there were angels. There were people writing, angels writing, there was a day of judgment has come, and there is nothing hidden anymore. Everybody knows. Then what does Allah say? قَالَ إِن لَبِثْتُمْ إِلَّا قَلِيلًا لَوْ أَنَّكُمْ كُنْتُمْ تَعْلَمُونَ أَفَحَسِبْتُمْ أَنَّمَا خَلَقْنَاكُمْ عَبَثًا وَأَنَّكُمْ إِلَيْنَا لَا تُرْجَعُونَ. He will say, you stayed only for a while. If you only knew that. Did you imagine that we created you without any purpose, and that you will not be brought back to us? In another verse, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, يَوْمَ يُنفَخُ فِي الصُّورِ وَنَحْشُرُ الْمُجْرِمِينَ يَوْمَئِذٍ زُرْقًا. The day when the trumpet shall be sounded, and we shall muster the sinners, their eyes turned blue with terror. يَتَخَافَتُونَ بَيْنَهُمْ إِن لَّبِثْتُمْ إِلَّا عَشْرًا. They will whisper among themselves, because they're scared. They will whisper among themselves on the Day of Judgment, you stayed on the earth barely 10 days. نحن أعلم بما يقولون إذ يقول أمثلهم طريقة إن لبثتم إلا يوما. We know well what they will say to one another on that day. Allah hears all the whispers. We also know that even the most cautious in his estimate will say, you lived in the earth no more than a day. That is where, my dear brothers and sisters, the true despair will happen. If you think that this life is full of despair, which it is, there is nothing compared to the despair here than to face the despair on that day. Because once a person dies, there is no returning back here. And whatever is in front is ever-ending, never-ending. And then you look ahead and you say, had I utilized that one little day, because that's what it's going to seem like, that one little day or part of a day, had I utilized that? Because on that day you look back and you say, my 50, 100 years, 1,000 years, doesn't matter how many years, wallahi, it will feel like only a day passed. You don't even have to think about the hereafter to imagine that. Right now you can look at it. Some of you here are probably what? Some of you are 20 years old. Some of you are 30. Some of you are 40. Some of you are 50, 60, 70, maybe even 80. Ask those who are above 60 right now. How did you feel all these 60 years? Very quickly. Suddenly your children are married. Now you've got your grandchildren. Ask the one who is over 40. Wallahi, like a blink of an eye. Ask he who's 20. You still think you're still 12. The 30, you say, how did time pass? Just yesterday I was like 18. And that's the day of despair when you say, for just a day, I ruined my eternity? No, a believer, utilizes the time now. My brothers and sisters,